Christine, I should tell you how you are to me. I fell in love, at a pivotal time, around 23 years of age, when I fell in love with a girl called Christine. Her farmer's daughter from Lincolnshire, whom Mary, my, if you like, first unofficial wife, knew and was living with, boarding with, when she left our relationship. But I still had contact with her, make sure she was okay. And this Christine was in love with someone else, and I realised, oh my goodness, do you love her or not? If you love her, then you want what's best for her, and unquestionably, she must experience the one that she loves, not you, Marshall. Right, not a problem. I do love her. Let her go. So I let her go in my mind. No problem. In a sense, no problem. Obviously I would love to have had her as my partner, but that wasn't to be. And I was high, wasn't I? I was writing poetry because I was in love. I was not able to express it to her because I'd let her go. And I realised I was so happy, I wanted to thank God, and He didn't exist for me. I wanted God to exist. Not that I believed He existed, but just that I wanted Him to exist. And I realised, my goodness, something very strange has happened to Marshall. Hadn't wanted God to exist before. And I didn't come down for about 10 days, and I was alone in those 10 days, walking the campus and reading in With No House, autobiography of a yogi that someone had given me by Paramahansa. And of course I was flying, just absolutely astonishing. And I hadn't felt lonely in that time. On the contrary, I guess I was experiencing the presence of God without, almost realising it, but yeah, I don't know how to explain it. But full on, my goodness. And the people that knew me around campus, they could just see, just passing me and saying hello. It's as if they almost knew, gosh, something's happened to him. Don't know where he is, but they didn't even talk to me. I didn't talk to them. I just passed them by, nodded, hello, hi, staff and so on. Because I was a student, remember. I was just doing the masters, and I'd run out of cash, and I'd got time on my hands before I became a trainee social worker. And I'd gone for that because I wanted to do something to bless people, not just be the great economist working for World Bank or something, which was clearly my future, yeah. So, enough of the autobiography. And to say that your name was Christine was just somewhere in the back of my mind. But this Christine loved me to bits. I remember you skipping backwards in front of me, walking by the river, loving me. You have no idea how wonderful that was to me. Well, perhaps you have got some idea. You know me fairly well. In fact, you know me better than, more fully, more closely than, there's only a handful of people that know me that closely. Mum and Jodie, perhaps Jean, but I don't think Jean ever fell in love with me, although I am the most important person in her life. Um, Life may seem very sad at times because things come and go in the world of change and uncertainty. You know, space, time and matter. I'm reminded of the father and the prodigal son thing, that was right to let Christine go. And it is right to let Christine go. And I do so. Of course, I don't let you go in the sense of not wanting what's best for you. I am, I suppose in the world would say dedicated to, but permanently fixed on blessing you, perhaps more than as much as anyone else in the world, universe, because of the great blessing and joy you've been to me. And you know that. And you're not able to be that to me now, but you are able to be it to my daughter, our daughter. And that's pretty good to me. That'll do. And, well, the father of the prodigal son always looked to his son returning. And I won't keep saying it to you, because in my heart I want to give you the freedom, although in my heart, well, I can't say. I don't wish to say. Except that I do love you. And the difficulties I have had in more recent times in our relationship, as you can see, I've not marred that, I've not dimmed it, I've not changed it. I am what I am. Let me pause a sec. I love you and I'm here for you. There's no way I wish to let go of the goodness you have been to me, and I will not let it go. I am faithful and true. It's who I am. You have had to experience some alternative relationship. Well, of course, and me too, because you have had to. And it would have been a blessing, of course, to you, but to me as well. It's just that I know it's a blessing to me. That doesn't mean to say I look to it continuing forever. Of course, nothing continues forever in the world of uncertainty. Only what the universe is. I know, of course, that I am the most significant person in your life. A mum always hopes that it will be her children, and she makes it so for their sake. But it's a hard task without husband being around. Let me stop a minute and I'll listen to this recording again to see where I started and where I'm going. Hang on a minute. Oh yes, I have it now. Somewhere around 8 minutes through this recording. It's not me. The story of the prodigal is not about some man and his son going off and coming back. It's about God and us. And I may have expressed it in the way that I have lived as Marshall. But it's only a way of speaking in a language that you understand, Christine. Of how I am to you, and you are to me. Marshall has said, I wait for you. How much more do I? I wait for you, love. You will return to the fullness of loving me, though it take all eternity. I wait for you. And you will know in your heart you are your Father's daughter. And knowing that makes it possible and inevitable that you return. You can do it now or you can do it later. It's always yours. The choice is always yours. But when you choose to come back, all heaven will burst into celebration, and you have no idea how vast that family is that you are a part of in eternity, into the future, into the past, and right through the present. You are my daughter. Nothing can cut across that, ever. I am not just with you, I am in you, always. And as Marshall would say, you should read the prayer in John 17. When you wake up in the morning and when you go to sleep at night, you should know who I am. Love you, girl. Thank you, Heavenly Father. Thank you, Heavenly Father. Thank you, Heavenly Father. So my song to you is aria. Thank you, Heavenly Father.